Hey, welcome. Today we're going to look at the food on your plate a little differently. Not just as a meal, but as the high-performance fuel that powers your body's every single move. So let's jump right in.
So let me ask you this. Is the food you eat actually powering you up, or is it slowing you down? It's a really simple question, but the answer? Well, the answer is everything. Every bite you take is either helping you run better or it's holding you back.
And this is the perfect way to think about it. Your body is this incredible high-performance machine, and the food you eat, that's its fuel. Simple as that. You wouldn't put cheap, junky gas in a sports car, right? Same idea. Get the fuel wrong and performance drops. But get it right, and you're pretty much unstoppable.
Okay, so if our body is a machine, it needs a whole specialized crew of nutrients to keep it running. Not all fuel does the same job. So let's meet the major players on your body's energy and repair team.
First up, we've got carbohydrates. Now, these are the sprinters of the nutrient world. They're your body's #1 go-to source for immediate energy. Think of them as the gasoline that gets the engine started and keeps it humming.
And you find this quick-burn fuel in so many common foods. We're talking about staples like rice and wheat, those energy-packed potatoes, and even maize. They're all designed to deliver that primary energy your body craves.
Next in the crew, we have fats. Now, if carbs are the gasoline, think of fats as the high-capacity reserve tank. They're a much more concentrated source of energy, and their job is to store that power for later. Plus, they help keep your machine warm and protect all the important parts inside.
You'll find this energy-dense fuel in things like oils and ghee, butter, nuts, and meats. They're like your long-haul fuel, perfect for storing energy for when you really need it. This makes them absolutely essential, but getting the balance right is definitely the key. Now let's talk about the nutrient that isn't really there for energy: meat proteins. These guys are the body's dedicated repair crew. Their main job is building new parts, fixing all the daily wear and tear, and just making sure the whole machine can grow and maintain itself.
So, where do we find these amazing bodybuilding materials? Well, they're packed into pulses like soybeans and mung, dairy products like milk and paneer, and of course, in eggs and fish. These foods are quite literally the building blocks of you. And finally, we can't forget the support systems. Vitamins act as the machine's security detail, fighting off diseases. Meanwhile, minerals, fibers, and water are the essential helpers. They don't provide energy, but without them, the machine just can't work right. You need them to absorb all the other good stuff. They're absolutely vital.
So, how do we even know what's in our food? It all comes down to some surprisingly simple chemistry. For just a minute, let's put on our food detective hats and peek under the hood to see how we can identify these different fuel types.
To find starch, which is a key part of many carbs, all you need is a simple iodine solution. When you add a couple of drops to food with starch, it produces this unmistakable blue-black color. It's like a chemical fingerprint that instantly flags this type of fuel.
And what about spotting the repair crew? To identify proteins, scientists use a combination of a couple of things. When they're mixed together with the food, the reaction creates this distinct violet color, which is like a chemical signature confirming that those essential building blocks are there.
And the test for fats? It is beautifully simple. You just wrap the food in a piece of paper and crush it a bit. And if you see that classic see-through oily patch left behind, yep, you found your reserve fuel. So simple, but it works every time.
Okay, so knowing the components is one thing, but how do we combine them for maximum performance? Let's take a look at how to build the perfect fuel formula for your machine.
That high-performance formula is exactly what we call a balanced diet. And it's not about cutting things out. It's about getting everything in, all those essential nutrients, plus that vital support crew of roughage and water, in just the right amounts to keep your body humming along perfectly.
But what happens when that formula is off? Well, if you overload the system with one type of fuel, especially those really energy-dense fats, the machine is forced to store all that extra, which can lead to a condition called obesity. It's a classic example of an imbalanced fuel mix causing a system problem. You know, it's also really important to remember that how you prepare your fuel matters a lot. The food itself might be perfect, but overcooking it, especially with really high heat, can destroy some of the most sensitive parts, like vitamin C. So sometimes less is more when it comes to cooking. Now, an imbalanced formula isn't just about having too much of something. We get to the most critical part when we ask, what happens when a key component goes missing entirely? This is where things can get serious. Just imagine your high-performance machine is running, but for a long time, it's been deprived of one specific crucial nutrient.
the results aren't just a drop in performance. They can lead to a total system failure.
And this chart, it reveals the direct consequences. Just look at how a lack of vitamin A impacts vision, while a lack of calcium targets your bones. Each nutrient has a highly specialized job, and when it's absent, it creates a unique, predictable breakdown in the system. It's a powerful reminder that every single member of this nutrient crew is essential.
So the key takeaway here is this. You are in control. Every meal, every snack, your plate is the control panel for your body. By choosing a balanced mix of foods, you are actively maintaining your systems and making sure everything runs smoothly.
And that leaves us with one final thought. You now have the user manual. You know the different types of fuel, their specific jobs, and what happens when they go missing. The only question left is, what fuel are you going to choose to power your incredible machine?